Alrighty, howdy, I am back for episode 6 of the Seablock journey here. Like I mentioned in the last one, my plan is to automate green circuits, red science, and green science today. Even if it's not producing a lot, it would just be nice to have some. Also, between episodes, I did do what I said I'd do, and I doubled our power, which is good because I was in a power death spiral. Basically, as soon as I started having all of these things running up here, it was pushing my power over the edge. So now we're producing enough, we got room to grow. But this was a good kind of reminder that I need to be a little smarter when I'm thinking through my power, and leave room to actually build the things in my power grid so I don't actually cause issues like that. I also upgraded all of this to yellow belts, which are 15 per second versus 7.5, so all the way up until the splitter here. So then I figure at that point, we're not using that much on these. But yeah, I've been kind of just letting things run, so we have a bunch of circuits here. I did cap these guys because I didn't think I'd need that many, but honestly, it's looking like I should just leave them uncapped. So I think that's what I'll do. But yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of circuits. We kind of got pretty much a good setup for now, which is why I think we're ready to start making sciences. And I'd like to start with red science. Actually, no, I want to start with green circuits today. That's what I want to start with. So the first thing we want to make is basic electronic components, which means we'll need tin and copper for that. We're also going to need carbon, but my plan is to make these and then go to these. So, essentially what I want to do is pull these guys all out. Alright, and then we'll do this, and then this. Okay, oh, whoops, these need to be splitters though. So, my bad. So let's change this. Splitter, there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. So, how do I do this? I didn't think this through, did I? I think these guys are a little too close. I'm sure there's a solution here. There has to be. Okay, I think what I actually do is this. We move this guy down. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh no, almost. Okay, we'll just do it a little weird. That was the solution right there. Okay, there we go. Cool. So we've got that going now. And I think that's everything routed correctly. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, cool. So now we're making tinned wire. And also, any recipe I can make in these, I should be. So when we look at tinned wire here, I think that means that we can craft it in here, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so we can. That's good. So let's see. I don't really have a goal on how many of these guys to make, so let's just kind of look into what 1 circuit per second would take. It would take 5 of these. Okay, so it would take 1 tinned wire per second. I don't think that's unachievable at all. Which means that we can probably make way more than that. Oh yeah, wait, we're gonna be able to produce a bunch. let's see, actually. Do I want to put it here? I think I do. I think I want to do that. So now we can have 4 inserters of both of these. Drop there. And then pick up here. Let's get that there. Okay, so this will be... Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we need to change this then. So let's see, if I do that and then that, let's see what this will look like. So this guy will be making up, whoops, and what have been. Actually, yeah, I can do there. So, and then I do there. Can I even reach that with this? No, I can't. Okay, so. I'm gonna change this part up here. Also, these don't need to be undergrounds. Okay, let's get rid of this. All of these could just be normal belts, I realize now, because it's not like we're pulling anything over or anything like that. Okay. So instead what we're gonna do is, so we're gonna pull these guys here. These guys are going to oh my gosh, words are escaping me right now. So I'm going to do this, and the idea is that hopefully we can we'll see if that's enough to clear it all out. I'm not sure if it will, because we're going to be reducing quite a bit. Oh, I'm being dumb. I can just do this, can't I? Yeah. That'll double it at least. Okay, and then we gotta power all this stuff. Okay, and then my hope is that I can do this there with these guys. Okay, and then I can change this hopefully somehow. I can definitely change this, so I can do that. Oh no, I can't change this, can I? Dang, okay. Oh, wait, there we go. Nope, that's not it. Okay. So that's where these guys come in. These guys have a longer length, so I'll just do that. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Alright, go from there, pick up from there. Okay. These guys are going to drop there. These guys are going to pick up there. Okay, cool. Well, that's working pretty good. So now we have tinned wire there. Oh, it looks like I'm going to need more landfill. That's alright. Okay, so from tinned wire, we go to this, which we need carbon for. And we have our charcoal over here. So I'm just going to bring this up and then over here. My idea is that we drop liquefier there. That is making carbon. Steam and charcoal. My idea is that we drop a boiler right here. That is also just using charcoal. And then I'm going to use one of these guys that I said I hated, which I do hate, by the way, because they don't make very much, but 60 water per second. That should be 60 steam per second. If I'm not wrong, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure that means it's 60 steam per second, which should be more than enough, because what that would be, 60 steam per second would be way more than we're handling with one liquefier anyways. So let's grab one of these guys. And, you know, later on when we get some of the chemical plant stuff going, you can actually you delete landfill and get water, which is really nice. So that'll be something to look forward to in further sciences. In the meantime, though, we'll just drop that guy there. But yeah. Yeah, so we're getting 60 water per second. And we're getting carbon here. That's good. Alright, let's actually run it this way instead. Alright, there we go. We're going to do 1, 2. Offset there. Alright, there we go. So now we have carbon, and then we also need to bring in solder. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Wait, that's all we need for that. I'm dumb. Okay. I need more iron. That's alright, we got a chest full. Okay. Let's make just 2 of these for now. It should hopefully be enough. So let's go 1, 2. These guys will be making, oh, that's right. So I remember how I do this now. Because of how many this makes, I think it's better to just feed into the inserter itself, or sorry, into the assembler itself. So I actually want to redo how I have this, which won't be too difficult, luckily. So now, let's see here. I want to basically go like, oh no, I can't do that because of where the solder, or I guess I can. No, not really super well. Alright, I think I should plan this next area in order to get it going. So for the next area, I'll need basic circuits and solder. So I'm going to drop that there, that there. And yeah, these guys will be going like this. Like that. Okay. So this is all the stuff I need to make these. And yeah, I think what I'll do is this guy is going to get ran higher up. This guy is also going to get ran higher up. And what we'll do is we'll use these guys for these. So if we're having 2 inserters here, or sorry, 2 of these guys here. I thought I made a bunch of these. Did I not make a bunch of these? Did I click normal assemblers? There's a chance I clicked normal assemblers. Is this a problem? No. Okay. Yes, this is a problem. Whoops, okay. I messed this part up. Okay, this is not nearly as clean as I was hoping it would be. But, there we go. Okay, there we go. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. These guys are picking up from here. These guys are also picking up from here. It's guy, pick it up from there, pick it up from there. Okay. And then we just need to power everything. Okay, these guys are making these. And then, let's see. I don't know how many of these guys can hold, but now these guys are going to be making these. I'm going to go grab some more inserters real fast. There we go. So now we're making these guys, and last step would be making these. So, 1, 2. Let's get this guy going here. And then our plan will be this, but we're not going to be making these guys for a while until we're, you know, until we've dealt with our iron shortage. Or who am I kidding? Why am I doing that? I can just grab them here. But yeah, I probably am going to have to change it so I'm not mass producing all of those, because it does seem like we're never gonna make it. Okay. Copy these guys there. There we go. Power, power, and then we'll run green circuits like that onto our bus. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. All right. Whoops. There we go. So those guys will be good once we get iron flowing, which is probably going to take a while. So yeah, let's cap this guy there, or sorry, here. We'll cap this guy here. We'll actually cap him there. We'll cap both of these on one line, and then I'm just going to speed up here. So eventually this will fill. There we go. It's almost done, and now we should... Alright, we should be making green circuits. Good stuff. And in typical fashion, every time I'm making one of these things, I am going to put it into a chest. Just so that we can start stockpiling some. There we go. And I am going to cap this one at like 2. Just so that we're not filling that one up indefinitely, because it'll be slower than the rest. Okay, so now we've got green circuits going. Good stuff. So that'll be really nice for once we're, you know, trying to make more of everything. Okay, so from there, I said I would make red and green science this episode as well. So red science, super easy, just iron, copper. Green science is much more complicated, but it's really not too bad itself. I'm just going to go get more landfill, then I'll be ready. But yeah, you can see this is why I wanted to do bricks early, so we'll have so many clay bricks for when we actually start needing them. It'll last us at least a while. One of the next things I'm probably going to do is increase our landfill production. But yeah, I don't think we have issues up here. I haven't checked this in a while, but it looks like everything's going well. I do want to build filter inserts for there, and I may be doing that now that we have our green circuits going. So I might actually make a quick detour to do that. Since we had green circuits going. First things first though, we can expand up here. Unfortunately, there is a natural island there, so I can't deal with that very well. Just gonna kinda have to be there, which is unfortunate. Oh man, did not mean to do that. I don't know if I said this one in the previous episodes, but I've recently gotten into Pokemon ROMs again. I hadn't played, like, you know, real honest to God Pokemon in, like, you know, since I was maybe like 15. I played a little, but not much. I think the last game I played was Black and White. I really like Zekrom, but I didn't play anything after that. And man, there's tons of new Pokemon. I'm not even playing a ROM hack with all of them. I'm playing one that has most of them, and I'm still like overwhelmed with the amount of Pokemon I have. But it's probably not something I'd ever make videos on because, truthfully, it's just a really hard ROM hack, and it's just, you know, at least right now, I'm resetting, you know, almost anytime I get to a fight I haven't seen before. And for anyone who does know Pokemon ROM hacks, it's Pokemon Run and Button. Probably not the best one for me to come back in on, but I kind of liked that it had a calculator. It makes it a little less stressful, at least in my opinion. Okay, let's see. We need to do those guys. So 5 seconds, 1.25 seconds. So it's actually just one assembler, but this one will just take longer to get going, and then it'll make this. Looks like. Oh, okay, so yeah. So 2 assemblers can feed 4 assemblers there. Oh, I need more of these guys now. I don't have those guys auto-crafting because it requires stone, and that's just not something I've, you know, got on the belts or anything, so. Let's get splitters. Let's just make a bunch of those because we're using them. Alright, there we go, spud that up. Alrighty, and then we're gonna try to get this so that this guy can go like that. I think all we have to do is that. There we go. So now we got iron and copper coming through here. It is just going to be something where we go here. Oh no, that doesn't fit. But we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. There we go. So we'll go. Whoops, this is a mistake. No, it's not. It's fine. Alrighty. Let's get that going there. Oh, that's not 3, that's 2. Alrighty, get those going there. This guy's the iron, this guy's the copper. There we go. Alright, and then we want 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Okay, do that. Pull red science out like this. Okay, so that's all you need to do for red science. Way easier, right? Yeah, we're not going to get much going right now because of how low our iron is, so I am just going to supplement the stuff I already had in my inventory. I will say this is only getting worse because you know, we're adding more and more things that require iron. Luckily, it looks like these guys are full. Yeah. So now we're going just to circuits, and it looks like this guy is full. So eventually, it should be all of our iron going to science. Yeah. Almost there. Oh, duh. So we have to produce, you know, a bunch more in here. Okay, there we go. So now, all of our iron is going towards science, which is nice. And then, let's see. I'm going to want to do green science next. So, let's see. In theory, I am making less than 1 a second here. I'm making I'm making 4 every 5 seconds, which is fine. I'm not really focused on ratioing these, you know, to be great, but... Okay, so this is seeming like the easiest first step. So yeah, I am just gonna do this same thing that I did up there. So let's get those guys crafted. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna copy this thing and paste it up here. Oh no, I need to move that over one. Oh, where's the? You can show. There we go. Okay, and I need to paste that like right here is probably fine. Alright, let's get all of that set up. Okay, there we go. Copper. What's one higher? Get all these guys going up. Okay, and then this guy going here. I need more belts, that's alright. Got a big stockpile down here. I also need more inserters, so I'm just gonna grab those. Yeah, one of my next steps after I get this going is to basically ramp up all of our production of everything. That is my next goal. Uh-oh. Why do I have an... Oh, that's fine. Okay, I was like, wait a second. I have an odd number of undergrounds. I don't like seeing that. Okay. So now we have tinned wire coming up here, right? So the idea is now... let's see. There's a better way I can do this, I think. Whoops. If we do that. Okay, and then we do this. Whoops, this one needs to be like that, and we can do this. Okay. There we go. Now we have iron and then tinned wire here. And let's see. I want to craft those guys, so let's get 1, 2. Two. Whoops, and actually it needs to be 1, 2, 3 apart. My bad. And these guys have to be here, not where they were. Okay, and these guys are making these guys. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to be picking up from there. Okay, there, there, there. You're going to be picking up from there. You're going to be picking up from there. There we go. So now we're making these. Good stuff. There we go. Let's see. Actually, I don't want that there. I want this, like... Yeah, I can do that. And then we're going to go up from there. And these guys, like this. We'll have one here, one here, one here, one here. Drop, pick up. Drop, pick up. There we go. So now, there we go. So we're producing those. That's the first part done. And those actually go directly into the science pack. But yeah. Next we have to go through a long sequence. So these guys are the final part of the science, right? Those are what go with the reaction nodes that we just made. They require these microelectronics, which require these micro wafers, which require these wafer stamps. So, all of this can be started using the same iron thing that we're doing here. If I remember correctly, the nice thing about green science is all of these recipes can be done in these guys, which makes it nicer, in my opinion. But, you know. And yeah, we're going through iron trying to restock, but, sorry. And I don't know if I did this in the last episode or not, but I did double our iron here, and double our copper here. Our copper's holding up fine, our iron obviously is not. But, I did double our iron there. So yeah, we're doing the best we can here. I may have to supplement it at some point and just, you know, add to what we're doing, but yeah, we are doing our best with this. Okay, let's get this guy going here. So we're gonna make wafer stamps in here. There we go. So 4 mixed into 4. Okay, next we need to go to micro wafers. And the way I'm going to do that is, let's see, we need lead for this, and then that's it, right? Yeah. So we're going to need copper, tin, and circuits later, but we need lead for this guy here. So, essentially what I want to do then is just run lead like that. So let's get splitter going there. Yeah, so we're just going to do this so far. And there's definitely, like, no doubt in my mind, there's a more efficient way to do this. I have zero shame admitting that this is not the most efficient way for us to be doing this, but yeah, but this is the way I'm going to do it. So this is going to be making wafer. Actually, yeah, we can make this way more clean. I should just settle for something because it works. That's the pitfall I get into a lot in Factorio, and would like to break away from it here. So what we should actually do is run this guy here. This guy will make our micro wafers. Okay, so that means we need to run lead here instead. So it looks like we'll be going like this. Ready? Yep. Alright, there we go. Okay, so we've done that. We now have our micro wafers, and our next part is from there to do this with copper. So if I do this, let's go micro wafers, and then we'll end this out like that with, no, we'll change how we do that. We at least want this guy here because of how many things this thing produces down here. this produces 10, so we're gonna need a lot of inserters there handling it. So this guy needs copper. Okay. There we go. This guy requires circuits and 10, so I'm out of undergrounds. No worries. Let's just craft up a bunch of those. Oh, whoops. Okay, I have to change this, don't I? Here we go. We'll do this instead here, which allows us to change this. Oh no, I can't change that how I wanted to. Dang. Let's see. Well, I can. So let's change this. I want this to be able to do this. That's what I would like, and I think we can with these undergrounds here. Yes, we can. Cool. So I don't feel bad about that in the slightest. Okay. And we, oh wait, whoops. Go like that for all these other ones except for 10. Okay. Okay, there we go. All these guys just get brought up to the end of the bus. Alright. And then finally, bring these guys here. Let's get that going. And then 1, 2, 2. And this guy is making... Oh, wait, whoops, that can't be that. Okay, I see. Okay, so that has to be a real assembler. That's unfortunate. Oh, I was so close to getting it all perfect there. Okay, let's put these guys in. Alrighty. Then yeah, we're just gonna output this on about. Oh man. There we go. So we're going to drop it like that. I think that we kind of need to do more than one to keep up with this, don't we? Huh. Okay. Let's change how we're doing this then. Alright, here we go. Let's put those there. Let's put these guys in here. Alright, there we go. And then we'll bring this up. There we go. And then we'll drop down a bunch of these guys. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it take the same amount of time to craft? No, it doesn't. It takes 6 seconds, but that's okay. We'll see. This is probably, we're probably not producing enough for this, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll go there. Alright, green science. Okay. 1, 2, 4. Okay. All set there. Alrighty. Let's just put all of these into one of these guys. Alrighty. Here we go. Alright, and then we'll put our labs down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, there we go. So now, we, in theory, have automated science, just, it's really slow. Like, real slow. Alrighty. But, we have automated that. So that means that I have no shame in queuing up research now. Let's see. Don't really care about that one just yet. Don't really care about that just yet because, yeah, I mean, we're making bronze, so we could be making those, but we're not reaching capacity yet. Okay, paper, this will be important, but I'd rather, yes, I'd rather do this, for now. So I'd rather do this, then I would like automation too, and then I would like to get these burners going. I don't really need heat pipes right now. Basic chemistry too, that's an important one as well. I could not care less about, oh, okay. Oh, this isn't the one I thought it was. The one I was thinking of, I need other stuff for, don't I? Which one was I thinking of? There's one specific research that I kind of want. Let's see, it's from farming. Yeah, it's from farming 1. Where is it? Let's see. We do need nutrient extraction. Do we have the science I'm thinking of? We do. Oh. What am I thinking of then? I could have sworn there was something from farming that I wanted. I think I do need desert farming. That's what I was thinking of, but clearly that's a while away. Yeah, and then let's see. Where's the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. Let's see. I do need this eventually. Which one am I thinking of? Is it this one? Yes, it's this one. This is the one I'm thinking of. I do need this eventually. But, as we can see, that is miles away, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. Okay. Let's see here. Advanced, that isn't too bad. I would like to be getting steel furnaces going so that we can get to electric furnaces. I would like electric furnaces a lot. Steel axe would be nice. Let's actually, we don't need those right now. I'd rather get medium power poles and large power poles. And I'd rather get inserter capacity bonus. Okay, so that's a pretty good suite of research that's going to take us a while. 30, 40, 50, so 70, 120, 195. Let's cancel that guy. 150 is a lot. 100 is a lot, but that's, yeah. We'll do that one last, but there we go. So we have all of those guys automated now. Really, I think kind of what we're getting slowed down on right now is our iron. I think this is, oh no, some of our iron is going to green circuits. So after a bit here, we should be seeing our maximum flow, but it looks like though that with our current, oh, never mind, I spoke too soon. I was going to say it looks like with our current flow we could actually manage having these. I mean, we're going through the science pretty fast. It's not the worst actually. So yeah, so we can make assembly machine tier 2s. We can make these washer tier 2s and get geodes. Geodes will be pretty important. This is a good upgrade right here though. All of this because, oh wow, this is a bunch of interesting stuff. I don't know if I've ever done anything with this. Turning carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Huh. So I guess this lets you turn steam into purified water 1-to-1. I see. That's pretty interesting. But this is a more efficient electrolyzer recipe. So if you look here, 1 slag every 4 seconds. You see here, 1 slag every 2 seconds. So if you get the electrolyzer electrodes going, which do recycle, you just have to wash them. Yeah, so you have to wash them here. But that's really not bad. This red metal catalyst is going to be something that we use later. But yeah. Yeah, we're getting lots of stuff unlocked. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. I forget, is this just faster? That's the only difference? Yeah, it's just faster. Okay. But yeah, we've got different power poles now, which is nice. Whoa, okay. Power of fast forward. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of research everything and anything at this point. I don't really care about military science. I don't know why I'm doing that one, but yeah, I'm probably gonna pause and just do a bunch of fast forward green science research and then come back with a plan. Alrighty, I am back, and I have completed every single thing of blue and green research. As you can see, we got a lot of stuff here. We got trains, we have circuits, we have bot network stuff. Big things: circuits, trains, bot network. We had a bunch of upgraded materials. We have stack inserters now. We have fast inserters, all nice stuff. We have higher tier pipes now. I think we already had bronze and steel before, but now we can do plastic and brass. In the late game, I'll use a bunch of plastic pipes because they're relatively cheap comparatively, and if you look, they almost have double the underground length as copper and iron do, or stone. So they're really good for that. Like I said, we got bot stuff going. Yeah, so I'll probably get construction bots and logistic bots up and going here soon. We don't have requester chests yet, but that shouldn't be too big of an issue. We got solar panels, we got upgraded crafters, we also have an upgraded small crafter, which is nice. We have a bunch of, like, heat exchanging stuff, burning heat sources, things like that. Yeah, more construction stuff. We do unlock red circuits. These are going to take us quite a while to get to. As you see, you're seeing, new materials there. We need silver and aluminum, and those are new. We also need paper, which we've unlocked kind of just before this, I think, and resin. So as you can see, stuff is adding up. I also unlocked military science. I'm not sure how much I'll do with that after we get artillery. So once we get artillery, I think I'm pretty much chilling on that. As you can see here, we got radars, turrets, all of that stuff. We got exosuit, personal robo, modular armor. Exosuit's the next one. But then we have stuff for personal robot port, which will be nice. Yeah, I didn't even check. Do these guys require... Yeah, they do require red circuits, so that's something we're going to have to work on, is getting that up and going. Although it doesn't look like it requires completed ones, it just requires plates, which is weird. But, oh, yeah, engines, things like that. Grinding wheel, not sure, really. Don't really remember what that's used for. We got a bunch of stuff in here. I think we had the crystals for the last time I checked in, but we also got these hydro-refined chunks, and those unlock their new set of recipes where we can get things like silicon, aluminum, silver, things like that, right? So these are all the new ores that we can get. Zinc, nickel. I think we'd get nickel before, but as you can see, we can get the new ores through these mixtures. It's kind of like before when we had to mix these to get, a chance at 10 and everything like that. It's the same thing now, where we don't have our dedicated recipes for those. But yeah, and those all happen in the ore powderizer, or flotation cell, sorry, oh my gosh. Ore powderizer or something else. That's for creating, like, these mixtures, which aren't bad. They're actually pretty good to use. For, at least down here, it allows us to get a better yielding iron, as well as, some direct yield stuff for here. But yeah, or sorry, not direct yield. Like I said, everything's a mixed yield. This is kind of the process we go through to make some of these things. So aluminum, as you can see, a lot of these get tier 2. So once you can process copper, you can get more out of it. So before, right, 4 ore would turn, or sorry, 24 ore would turn into 24 copper. In this case, 24 ore turns into 12 processed, and 12 processed turns into 36 copper ingots. So you get quite an increase between. But you can see these guys have extra byproducts. So this one needs charcoal, this one needs oxygen, things like that. But ultimately, you get higher yields, right, doing all of these things. But yeah. Oh yeah, silicone. We got silicone. We have cement now. That's good. So we can make concrete. Or sorry, yeah. So we can make concrete later. We got a bunch of new machines down here that we're not necessarily going to use yet. We will be using these processors to process our ores so that we're getting more out of it. Yeah. Not much in here, I don't think. A couple things. Electric boiler, so we can use electricity to turn water into steam, which is useful, like, I don't know. Not in, the power plant, but it's useful, here. It would be useful, because we could just use electricity instead of having to dip into the charcoal that we're bringing over here to make steam. Coolant tower, this will allow us to turn steam into purified water. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, right there. We also got these thermal water borers, which will be useful later when we're actually extracting thermal water to make lithium salt. Oh, and then we have some more waste filtration, just like our sulfuric wastewater. Some of the processes that I glanced over in here, where is it? Yeah, here. So you can see they make a bunch of different wastewaters, and these process it all. We do end up with a bunch of different off products that we're going to have to use, right? So we're going to have to find a way to handle our fluorite, and find a way to handle our salt, and find a way to handle our sodium. In here, lots of different stuff. You can see we got a bunch of new chemical recipes. We got plastic is a big one. These are the cliff explosives I was talking about. Oh wait, no, these aren't what I was talking about. There's another explosive after this that lets you do the ground. We got a bunch of oil refining stuff that we'll use coming up here pretty soon probably. We got rubber, which is useful. I think that's kind of the big highlights. Like I said, we'll see most of these recipes when I actually get to it. If you want to see how many fluids there are in this game, or fluids and gases, yeah, this is all the bottling, barreling, everything like that. So, quite a bit. We got more storage options as well, which is nice. So this is going to be an actual huge storage tank up here if we ever use those. As you can see, 350,000 versus this one, which is 20,000 that I've been using. In here, we got a bunch of different stuff. We have alienated fertilizer, things like that, nitrogen gas, ammonia gas. I don't know why I said nitrogen's also blue, that's why. But blue cellulose to make this stuff. We have red cellulose to make this stuff. We got a lot of things in here. Like I said, I don't feel bad breezing through that research because we're going to run through it all eventually anyways. In here, this is the kind of big stuff. So we have some gas refining. We make fuel from our nutrient pulp, which is what we can get from farming. So once we're able to farm, we'll be able to do all these recipes. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can farm right now with the beans and everything without doing that research that I talked about earlier, but there's a chance I can. So I may try that between episodes. But in the next episode, we're going to be setting up for this science here. This green, or earth science, I think is what I call it. We also have blue science unlocked, but that's a while away. We're probably going to do the same thing we did before, where we unoptimized make enough of this that we can get the research. Let's see, where is it? Yeah. So we're going to want to do slag processing 2, and then immediately go to ore refining 2. So that means we need 100 blue science. And if we craft up all of that, then we should just be able to go directly to making all of our aluminum and things like that, so we don't have to go through the mixed recipe anymore. But in the next episode, I'm going to try to lay the groundwork for us to start automating this, and you'll see why I want to do that, even though I don't necessarily want to do a ton of research right now. Actually, I'll show you right now. So This recipe here takes 5 minutes. And these farms, oh, never mind. I thought they had seed extractor. Yeah, this has a crafting speed of 0.75. Oh wait, this is the wrong recipe, isn't it? Oh, this is the same. Never mind. Yeah, but 5 minutes to extract one here. These take 60 seconds per, but we're yielding 2 of these little green packs basically every time we do one of these cycles. Each of these green samples makes 1 science. So essentially, every 1 minute we would make 2 if we had one of these guys going. So I essentially want to just get enough set up that we can automate this, making it in mass. Luckily for us, this isn't one of the sciences that we need way down the line. Like, we don't need it for any of the end game 3,000, or these aren't even the bad ones. Where are the bad ones? These, yeah. So it's like for these where we need 200,000, luckily we don't ever need that science. So that science isn't one that we need 200,000 for, which is lucky because it is probably the most annoying one to make. But in the next episode, I want to get started with making this. So you'll see we require alienated fertilizer. That's the only new thing that we have. Everything else in this process is pretty standard. But that alienated fertilizer we get from here with alien goo and fertilizer. Alien goo, let's see where it is at. Maybe it's, oh yeah, it's in here. So we get that from alien bacteria. We get alien bacteria from an acid, calcium carbonate, and then these alien spores, which are made from polluted fish water, which we get by breeding fish. So we're gonna have to breed fish to make that, and we do that in the aquariums. We are also gonna need to make nutrient pulp because, let's see, actually I think you can make nutrient pulp out of meat. So we may be fine there. Let's see, where is it? Isn't it in here? Is there a chance we can make it out of meat? Could have sworn we could make it out of meat. Yeah, I thought we could. But anyways, that's what we'll do in the next one, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.